Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Hunter Grand, your personal agent for change, making life easy, Barzini.
And I'm Fempreneur Extraordinaire, Tech Diva all day, Dre Renee.
And this is the Crossroads, where there's only one rule.
Be free to be you.
Hey, how you feeling, best friend?
No, we in here. we in here.
I don't know. Your energy on the intro was like,
We in here. We in
you didn't
here.
freeze like last week.
Oh no. I was ready. I was ready this time. I was ready this time.
Yeah, I got my scenery seems dark today. Seems darker than normal.
I was gonna say that early. I mean, you aren't, but you know, in the
It just seems darker. I
pre-show,
mean, I
it
like
seemed
it.
a
It's
little.
it's sexy. I need some
Oh,
music. You know.
hmm. Oh, maybe I need to darken it up. No, I
Yeah,
don't want
you. yours is I'm not gonna say the G word, but it's presenting professional and married.
right. That
You know
that's
what the
what we
G you
want to
know what the
say.
G word is, right?
No, put it in the
It's
private.
it's
I
hold
was like,
on. I can say it. It's
oh,
giving.
okay. Oh,
It's
it's giving.
yeah, I'm not saying it's
It's
giving.
giving. I was like, I
I
want
do
the
want to know.
professional and married. That's what I
Right.
want.
I do want to know. I'm wearing my Laker colors. Well, I'm wearing my college colors as well, like go TC. I love my TC steers, but also Lakers because I think he might do it tonight. LeBron is set to break Kareem's scoring record between tonight and maybe the next game. I think he's got like 36 or 38 points left. He might get it tonight. So by the time we're back on, LeBron will be the
Scoring
all-time
champ.
NBA scoring record holder. So shout out Lake Show. You know what I mean?
And good for him. I like LeBron. I
Yeah.
wasn't too thrilled about him coming, but
No, why not?
originally, I mean, not nothing against him. It was just like, why? But we've got a championship since then. So
I mean, because the Lakers are always like we're a win now organization. You got to sell them tickets. It's about the show. So we always have like, and I can't remember when's the last time we didn't have an elite star, in the league. Um,
right.
so yeah, that's what we do. So and then the big trade, Kyrie went to Dallas.
I
He
did
left
see
the net.
that.
Yeah, it was real interesting. I saw his press conference today, and instead of talking about the move to Dallas, they talking about the 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 post that he put up with the film, with the anti-Semitic. Like,
Oh gosh.
I'm like, yo, because now it's there. That was on his head because he actually he posted an apology on his IG, and he recently deleted it. So now they're asking about that, and he's like, I
He's like,
delete
I
stuff.
meant it, but then I didn't mean it.
Well, no, he said he stands by. He's like, I delete stuff all the time. Like, yeah, I
Mm,
deleted it. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean I take it back. It just means I deleted a
it's time for
post.
something else. Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
get it. I get it.
Yeah. So
I don't. I don't delete things, but I do understand that.
I delete things. I've actually repurposed my IG. So y'all check it out. Actually, I've started a new video journal on my IG. With every weekday is uh a new entry in the video journal. So it's called Tough Conversations. So check
And
that out.
y'all nosy. Just the word journal is gonna make you guys like, oh my god, what is he talking about?
They'll find out. So on IG and TikTok. So it's at Barzini Speaks. So that was a big push for me because my handle is Barzini Speaks and I wasn't speaking on my page.
Hmm.
So
Now
I
you're
kind of
talking.
now I'm talking. So there and TikTok. On TikTok, I'm underscore Barzini Speaks underscore. They didn't. I'm like, who else has
Mm,
Barzini Speaks on TikTok? But yeah. So y'all go check out your
okay.
boy.
So
Comment,
again, you
share.
are say it again for the people. The Barzini speaks
IG
on
is Barzini
IG.
Speaks. Yeah, I imagine you don't know
Mm,
that.
And
Y'all see?
I said for the people. This
Oh.
has nothing to do with me.
Oh, y'all see how I'm
Woo!
getting reprimanded. You know what? I think that previous conversation we had in pre-production is still on your brain.
I'm trying to help Ike. And look what happens.
I'm trying.
Jeez
You
Louise.
trying to help Ike?
I was trying, but I got cake in the face.
Just eat the cake anime.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
See,
was
when's the
out
last time
here
you heard
trying
Ike
to.
apologize?
Yeah, I don't think that happens. So we'll take
Oh
it.
no, yeah, he did, and then she bust his window. Now look at that, you done messed up my fine automobile.
Automobile.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Oh
I'm gonna bring automobile back. I don't even know if I've ever said automobile. Now, remember when he showed to the house, he was like, "Now, have you ever, Miss Bullock? Have you ever seen an automobile as fine as
it's
mine?"
fine as mine. That's what he said. He stuck with it. Automobile.
Yeah. So,
Automobile.
what you oh shit, just shopping for a new automobile? You know what I'm saying? Thusly,
Thusly. Oh my goodness. If you're watching us right now, please go tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to get on
to get on. And while you
so
telling
that we can.
friends, we gonna pay some bills real quick, right fast, one time, as we always do. So, y'all, the Crossroads podcast is brought to you by the House of 334.
It's the house.
For all of your business branding and copyright needs, go to house of334.com. It is Black owned, it is woman owned, it is Black woman owned, and it is amazing. The Crossroads podcast is also brought to you by the Crossroads. Y'all, you can go and check out everything we do at our bit.ly. That's bit.ly/the Crossroads. Our email is there, our IG is there, everything that we do is there. Also, our donation link is there. So if you would like to contribute to the Crossroads podcast, y'all, this is a labor of love, but love ain't free. And if you think it is, go tell your landlord that you love them. We appreciate donations big and small. Everything helps to keep the content coming to you live and direct every single week. So, yeah, we love y'all. And if you want to send us your ideas, your comments, go ahead and email us at crossroadspodcast@gmail.com. You can send it there. But we also love to see your comments in the feed. So, drop your comments down here, whether you're watching this live or you see the replay or you play it later. Drop your comments. We love to hear all of your feedback. Yeah, I don't think I forgot anything this time, did I?
No, you're good. In every hood.
Okay. Damn. Paying the bills in the house like real men do. I think. Let me shut up.
Just go clap.
All of a sudden, something here just get turned up. Just we go viral for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we'll attribute it to the weather.
Hey, something happened to me that made me happy this morning. So,
Okay.
back on my gym game, I have a fair weather relation. Once I'm in the gym, I'm in there, but life starts happening. So, I'm in the gym. Some young kids on the preacher curl machine next to me, and
Sorry.
they so necessary.
I gotta do them
but
tomorrow.
yeah, so little bro, one, he wasn't breathing and he wasn't getting like full extension, right? So I gave him a little tip, like, hey, I just like signals like he's not breathing. And so then they asked me, so I showed them, how to do it properly or whatnot. And then as I was walking, when I finished, he's like, we do that. That's how we end up looking like you. Now I don't know if he was being sarcastic or not, but I was like, I mean, I was like, I ain't looking like I can be looking just yet, but
Good. I thought he was gonna be like, thanks, Unc, or something like that. I didn't hit you with the OG.
I don't think I can take anymore. I told you I got unks right in the mall.
No, I don't think so.
Man, so young cat was working at one of the little booths in the middle of the mall, and he's trying to get me to come over there to check out his product. I was like, I can't now. He was like, oh, come on, I was like, no. And he had to be like 20 something or close to like around there. Like, I was like, damn, I just got unked. At least it's a sign of
Realization.
respect, you know. It's
It
a
is.
yeah,
It is. I was listening
yeah.
to, one of my favorite podcasts outside of this one,
Hmm.
R&B Money with the
Hmm.
great Tank and good old Jay Valentine. So he was
I ain't gonna
talking
tell
about
you
the
what I
first time.
called when I saw somebody call a tank, but go ahead.
Oh no. So he was just talking about the first time he got and OG. He was like, I didn't want it.
Nah, you want to throw it back. You want to throw it back.
I didn't want it. But he says now, he's embraced it. I'm just like, after a certain point, you don't have any choice anyway. But
Right.
he
Yeah, I put it in.
y'all.
Yeah. I
That's all I need
mean,
to say. Y'all have mercy. God bless
if y'all want
Tank.
to know what we laughing at, I put his nickname. Shout out to Tank. I'm not gonna publicize the name that somebody said, so I had to put it in the chat.
Shout out to R&B Money.
Yeah, all of that. Everybody got a podcast, huh?
Yeah. We were at breakfast the other day. Um, and hashtag Boo was telling me, Jamel Hill had a
Mhm.
tweet out and she was talking about the fact that, everybody has a podcast, but, you're not journalists. She was specifically talking to Nori, who calls
Mhm.
himself a journalist. And I could get with what she was saying because, she said, journalists are supposed to hold whoever's feet to the fire, right? And ask the questions that need to be asked. You're not thinking about your professional relationships and all these kinds of things. And, Nori's on record, not like, oh, I
Mhm.
can't have this person on my show because I have this kind of relationship, that kind of relationship. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, everybody's
Mm,
doing it. From your regular person to your
yeah.
celebrities that are
Celebrity.
reinventing themselves and
Yeah,
those
you
who
see
just
a yeah,
add
you
it.
see a lot of celebrities have gone into a career change. So like your Joe Buttons, a lot of artists, and then some sportscasters. You got Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay. Um, who else? I mean,
Now that's Unc.
that's definitely Unc, but he embraces that. Unc swole too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but I don't. So I'm not gonna get into the who's a journalist and who's not a journalist thing, but it's kind of like no, okay, because I was about to say who's to say, and maybe journalists would say,
Maybe journalists would
but
say.
but the thing is, they are bringing news and current events and pop culture to us, though, right? And
But
so
are
I
they?
think
Not everybody's bringing news. So like we're
no, not
talking about
everybody. I'm talking about Nori specifically, right?
yeah, because
So
I'm
he's
like
not he.
we're bringing giving people their flowers. Like this is really to celebrate them. It's not really
Mhm.
about you know.
But so while the intent may not be like, oh, I'm reporting the news and I'm holding feet to that's still what they're bringing, though. You see, it's almost like a tabloid, right? Or no, let's take TMZ, and this is why I hate TMZ, right? Is because they pose as a news outlet, but are protected by being a tabloid, right? So it's kind of like they're not worried about facts; they're only worried about firsts, right? So TMZ has the the freedom to just be first. Just if it's happened, throw it out there. And if we're wrong, so what? We're a tabloid, right? If we're
Mm-hmm.
right, it's like right because this started happening. So like they broke the Michael Jackson's death. That was like the first big thing they broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone was like TMZ. Like first of all, people didn't believe it because it was on TMZ, and then they found out it was true. And so since then they've been breaking stories. They broke the Kobe story, but also at the expense of this is how his wife found out on TMZ. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so it's kind of like screw everybody, screw feelings, screw morals, screw what's right or wrong. We gonna put it out there. And if it's wrong, there's like, hey, we're it's like when it's right, it's hey, we TMZ. When it's wrong, it's we're TMZ. You know what I'm saying? And they start it was a TV show and it's light and fun and all this other stuff, but in my eyes, just because you get it right doesn't mean that you're not a tabloid. Like, you know, the Inquirer or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think it's a fine line, you know. I enjoy being on the air talking about what I want to talk about, you
Yeah,
know.
but I'm also not calling myself a journalist. I'm just out here
Right.
having a good time.
Yeah, I still try not to say stuff that's gonna get us canceled though before we before we own. And I,
Holding
y'all
on
Dre,
week to
y'all
week.
Dre be so nervous when I talk. So
That's all I got. All I
yeah,
got.
yeah. So what we
So
talking
before we
about
move
today?
into, yeah, before we do that, did we talk about subscribing? We should probably talk about that multiple
We should
times,
talk about,
right?
so y'all, if y'all are already watching this, scroll down, click the subscribe button, right? Even more, that's worth more to us than even the donations, to be perfectly honest.
Yes.
We still love the donations, but we need those subscriptions. So please help us out. Subscribe, copy the link, share it. You know, we want to share this with the world. We want your input. We want a whole lot of views. That keeps the conversation going, and it keeps it fresh and provocative and everything else. So we welcome all perspectives. We might go in on you depending on what you say. But
Depending on what you say.
hey, look, we not journalists, so
We're not, I love it. We're not journalists.
we
We're
not
not journalists.
journalists. So you know, if you want the smoke, you know what I'm saying, we definitely about that too. And there's been smoke on this show, make no mistake. Sometimes between us. So
Now that's
I,
funny.
I
We
remember that
made it
night.
though.
We made
We
listen.
made it.
Sometimes we'll have conversations when we're doing our pre-recorded shows, and we can edit stuff out and we put out there. We was on a live and got on the full blown. We had a full blown argument
People
on
was like,
live.
"Oh my God, is the show okay? Are you guys okay?
people,
Will you
people
be
thought
back
the
on
show
next
was,
week?" Like,
and it
this
was
is like,
y'all. Listen. It wasn't no skit, nothing.
you can do
And
that
we
in friendship.
still together.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
All
So,
right.
this week we are going to talk about the Grammys. That's the big news of the week. And, got a chance to watch the Grammys and see some of the things that you probably have seen, go across your social media or probably at work. And so we wanted to talk about a few of them, but let's look at some of these looks. You ready? Let's talk
Am
about it.
I? Because you already know who I am.
I'm not sure. So this is
All
look
right.
one.
See,
And this
you
is
gotta give me a
Alicia Gaddis. I
you gotta
I
give me
really don't know.
precursors. No, because
Uh-oh.
I'm not supposed to cuss on the show no more. And you pop
Um,
stuff up on like this, and I'm like,
what am I to say?
and you know what? It makes me think. So, all right, before I started being a professional poet some years back, the the
Mm.
very first poem that I ever memorized was one called "Over in the Flowers," and I don't know why. I still remember it to this day. It was like first or second grade that I memorized this poem. But I look at like, yeah, like baby, I don't even have a
I just
funny.
are they real or
Knowing
I
these
don't know.
folks, they probably are.
Yeah, like fresh flower on your dress, but they're not even
You,
cute. It's just
it's just you
it's
look
an
like a rose
eyesore.
parade float. Like,
That's it.
like,
A
like,
rose parade float. That's pretty much it.
and it's not even a good one. But okay, you rich. Go ahead.
All right. So the
Oh,
next one is BB
okay,
Rexa. Yeah.
okay.
BB got
I think I've
BB's
heard of
up
her
there.
before. I think she's like
Oh,
a,
okay.
I don't know if she's a pop singer or a country singer, one of them, but I think I've heard of her. Them,
She looks like
yeah,
poppy country. Yeah,
yeah.
I could
Them
see
things
that.
is them things is sitting up. Are those real?
I'm like, she put them together correctly. I don't know. I don't know anything about her, but
Mm-hmm.
I think she looks very nice. I wouldn't be as exposed, but since she is, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's put together well with the
Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett flip and all of that jazz.
Okay. Yeah. I'm.
Your thumbs up?
Yeah, I'm watching.
You something. I'm something.
I don't know the
All
PG way.
right.
If we was on the
Yeah.
last season, if we was on the last season one, I would have given.
More commentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this
This
look
says
like.
Benny.
Now he looked
What's,
like somebody
what
was
are
like,
those? What is going on his feet?
right? No, you know how somebody be like, "Hey, let's go get something to eat real quick. Where we going? I don't feel like getting dressed." Man, just wear what you got on. Come on. Like he looked like he
Oh
going to
my
Chili's
Lord.
on Century.
I was thinking not even getting out the car, like a drive-through situation. Like, let's roll up to Lucy's, but hey.
Ah man, first of all, you're not gonna do that to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lucy's.
I mean, I can't get there either.
Ain't
So
it like
we in
I
the
think
same
last
boat.
time I saw ain't it a Baskin Robbins in there or something? Or it was last I saw.
Oh, did they? Yeah, it might be. I know there is a
Yeah.
Baskin Robbins there, but I didn't know it
Mhm.
took the place of.
Yeah, no,
So
that Lucy's been gone. Our
I was
Lucy's
gone.
been gone for
Oh, okay.
some
Okay.
years. Yeah.
All
No,
right.
the
Well,
Lucy's
Big
on
Lucy's
Pico, I
still
think it's still
hanging.
there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is. It's
I
still
didn't like
hanging.
that one that much. I need Western.
Mm,
So yeah. But shout out to
that's what this.
it was
That's what it's
that was
looking like.
so
Benny.
good. I actually was on the way home from Lucy's and I got pulled over by the cops
Mm.
and they pulled me out the car, had me handcuffed and everything else because they thought I didn't have my registration. And I thought I didn't have it either. I thought I left it at home, but it happened to be in there. And then they come back and my food was they was like, "Hey, where'd you get that food from?" I was like, "For real?" While I'm in handcuffs, they asking me where I got it.
We
I'm
kind of
sitting there,
hungry.
I'm sitting there, hands up about Lucy's the street.
Hope they got
Like,
food poisoning and the
man,
runs.
nah, because that means I would have too. They had to get a different batch.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Who we got
All right.
next?
Well, let's move on. This apparently is
What?
Black China.
What?
If I didn't have names to guide me, I would not. Her. This right here does not look recognizable to me.
Where are her
Even
arms?
though she's done work.
Are her arms up?
I think she has her hands in front of her. I don't know if you can see my.
I can't.
They're down.
Yeah. She reminds me of the Wiz, the crows that's about to get a crow command. You can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. People keep saying.
And then she
Like,
has stockings over her shoes.
I don't look.
I
Listen,
can't.
if this is what money does, I don't want that much of it. Just give me. I want to be the amount of rich right before this point.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a mess.
I don't know, like who puts
it's
people
giving
up?
like it's giving. First of all, it's giving. No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I don't know. I just
you said who puts people up to this?
Right, because I know she like, hey, I want to be. I don't know. If this was the Met Gala, I would have less angst about it. But like, no.
And just wonder, are these people comfortable when they're sitting down with all? Because you're not on stage. You are not on stage. So
maybe they're just doing what they know is gonna get seen and talked about. Because
and here they are.
Yeah, and being talked about.
Maybe.
But we're not journalists, so
not that. Oh God.
What is
going? So, ladies and gents, we are looking at this for the first time, just like you. So you're getting real raw reaction.
You didn't give it a look. We had a whole meeting about today. And
we
this
was
not
no, it was not a part of that.
This okay
real
for
raw reaction.
This is why I'm not a journalist. Okay, you can't.
Oh Lord,
what is happening here? What is going on?
I'm unsure. It's like a
that's like a hood ass Prince Akeem. Like Yes, yes, it is my C day. You know you can't say.
Oh my gosh. This is
Why it looked like he
Devin
just got out the
ties.
shower and somebody was like,
Yeah.
he like what we go
But like with
like he took
grandma's
a shower
church
at the
shoes
Grammy.
on.
Wait, he took a
I
shower
don't
at the
like it.
Grammys and made a wrong turn and ended up on the red carpet. And you
Mm,
wore
mm,
regular
mm.
shoes with that. You supposed to. He should have wore some flip flops with that. I don't know what's
I'm trying to
cracking.
look him up and see who he is, but I don't
That's
know.
a is that a Versace dashiki or something?
Because that makes all the difference in the world.
What are you doing? I don't.
Oh my lord. Yeah, because he looks like somebody we could know. And then you look at the rest of the outfit and you're like, oh,
Yeah, wait, what?
I didn't expect that to go with
And
that.
look, his face looked like I'm spitting on somebody. He was like, all right, then I'll take a pic real quick. Like,
Oh my
oh
God.
damn, yeah, you gotta.
Sorry. No warnings. No warnings.
Oh, okay. Eh.
Oh
I was
gosh.
gonna say something very inappropriate about this one. You know what? I'm just gonna say typical, and I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
I,
what this. I don't know
I
who any of
don't
these
either.
people are yet.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
I'm.
hilarious. Just see
Yeah.
people and you're like, I don't have a clue. But like,
Wait, go back. Wait,
if
go
you
back
got a
to.
call, if you got a call to go to the Grammys, I'm just trying to figure. I was just trying to figure
I'm
out,
sorry. Okay.
would this be
Yeah.
your vision, or would this
Like,
be your
how do
vision?
you go back to the homies after that fit and be like, yeah, I was at the Grammy. Y'all look for me on the
Gotcha.
rig. Yeah, I'm sweating.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
know.
don't
I don't know.
them. Yeah, I'm unmoved. I even got my glasses on, and this look like. Let me wait.
Oh, I think he has a Grammy on his head. Is that
Oh,
because?
is that no? Is that no? That's a picture behind him.
Oh, okay.
It
I
no.
was like, is that a Grammy sitting on? Oh, so he's. Oh, yeah. He
Okay,
has a
it looked
hat
like
on, and the
I had
Grammy is
on
above
backwards
the
and then
hat.
some glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean
Okay.
that's more normal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
wear this, but okay. Who was that?
Nose and boots. Elton. I have
Oh,
no idea who that
okay.
is.
All right. Okay, Elton.
Unsure. Oh,
Is that
so
see
just
through? Is
cover up
that
the.
all right? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just
I don't
naked.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, and even that. So yeah, she has the little pasties, I guess, in the
Hmm.
places where it
Now, if
needs
I
to
was a
be. But
black
like,
woman, the internet would go up and
or Lizzo. Let's just. I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'm not
leave
even
that
gonna get
there
on this. Yeah,
because yeah,
Lizzo's very talented.
y'all be mad if Lizzo rolled through with the lace
She
fit.
did already.
That's why I know you would be mad.
What?
And here we
Okay.
have album of the year winner,
First
Harry
of all,
Styles.
she shouldn't have won for that outfit alone.
Well, that's
But
not what he wore when he won, but
right,
that
but
is
we
definitely
going real retro. What's that? What we want to say 70s?
that's like Elton John-ish, ain't it?
Yeah, Sam Smith has been more Elton
Betty,
Johnish.
Betty. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't even. I think Sam Smith is beyond Elton John. I okay.
yeah.
We'll put a pin in it because I definitely have
Hmm.
something to say about when I saw him. Because I was like, what?
Mm.
But yeah, this is
People, yeah.
rainbow
Um,
Skittles,
I don't.
sparkles, and
Yeah, he looked like he fell asleep on the sewing machine or something.
yeah, but it's
Uh,
definitely 70-ish. It's giving like taco meat and
right.
mussels
You know the
and
crazy part is when we talk about like men these days, and people like, oh, men ain't men no more, and blah blah blah. And back in the day, y'all great, and then you go look at the stuff that they
the
used to
stuff that we're wearing. Yeah,
when you go look at Earth, Wind, and Fire, go look at the Isleys, go like,
yeah.
yeah, all the like, huh?
The
Yeah,
fashion was
nah,
out there. It was out there.
right. But
Let's see.
yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't
who
what.
this is, but it's like a train track up the front of the pants, and then you have these random patterns
Yeah, I just think it's like, what's the weirdest thing that I can find
that I
and just
can
put
wear.
it on? Yeah, it's like
Mm-hmm.
people don't even iron no more. Feel like, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
That's a no. Here's a couple. They look mostly normal.
Who was that?
Uh, Kari and Felix.
I feel so old. I don't know nobody
Yeah,
no more.
I have no
They
idea who you
cool.
are,
Yeah, they cool. They on par.
but they given 20
Yeah.
20s young, assuming they're
Yeah.
young,
Yeah. No,
young
that's not too
couple.
bad. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Um,
Is that Floyd?
no,
It looked
someone
like
named Ray
Floyd.
Angry.
He look he looked like
And
Floyd.
maybe we don't know these people. They had to dress like this so that,
We'll
like you
know
said,
him.
they could get
I'm
some
not gonna
shine.
remember. I'm gonna remember homeboy in the Versace dashiki, but
Versace,
yeah,
Versace, Versace.
this is just I have money and I don't know what to do with it. So let me. I
Yeah,
mean,
if
yeah,
that.
right.
The
I
homie,
don't know. I
got some
guess like
pieces.
yeah, I just think like maybe their version of fly is just different because we was what I came up in the in the 90s with the oversized suits and the
Hmm.
what I'm saying, knee length coats and shoulder pad
And that stuff looks ridiculous now. Like looking back, like all the
uh
oversized stuff was like, oh gosh, was this
yeah,
really a thing?
Steve
But
Harvey suits.
hmm
But you couldn't tell us then. Back then it was
it was, it was.
like people would do whole concerts in suits, and now it's like I don't know how they
Mhm.
move in these little jeans, but
That part.
it is what it
Okay,
is.
now we're back to Sam Smith. Uh, Sam Smith and uh, I don't know the name. I I missed it. But the first transgender artist to win a Grammy is
Oh,
doing a
is what it's
duet.
on.
I think it's, I don't know which one it is. I don't know. This one or this, I don't know. I can't
Mhm.
remember. Somebody in the comments let me know. But I heard the name, but it's not something that sticks with me because I had never heard the name before
Mhm.
today, or that moment on Sunday. So, anyways, I knew that Sam Smith had come out as gay, and who cares and whatever.
Wait, he
But
wasn't
I didn't
always.
know about this whole. That's what I said. I was just like, who cares and whatever. And maybe
I mean,
for
I don't think
someone
anyone's
else,
ever thought he was straight. But okay,
oh well,
that's
maybe
like Ricky
just
Martin coming out.
affirming,
Like, okay,
affirming,
right.
right? Affirming that he was gay, and it may have taken some people by surprise. It may not have taken some people by surprise, but the whole, uh, this is like a complete 180 from you know
Hmm.
who we were introduced to when he first got on the
Like the
scene. I,
conservative, clean cut type.
yeah, when I was looking through Facebook today and someone said the same thing that I said as I was watching everything, I was like, I thought he was like the male Adele. Like I
Hmm. Yeah, pretty
I
much.
didn't see any of this coming. But
Right.
apparently, has this single called Unholy. They were performing on the Grammys. Everything was red. It was giving me demon vibes. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. But even before this, okay, because again, whatever. It's not your cup of tea, you turn away from it,
Mhm.
and that's how I feel. But Madonna was the presenter that introduced him
Mhm.
and the song, right? And her face. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to find the image before it's all over. But her face kind of looks like Black China's. It looks like scrambled up. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Where's
I
the
saw a
features and the
picture. Yeah, I think.
definition? It
Yeah,
looks horrible.
she looked like You what was that movie? Death Becomes Her.
There you go. That's an accurate description.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was very
And
scared. I was
and
like,
so to give context, y'all, for those who don't know the movie Death Becomes Her, it's with Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep, and they were on this quest to stay young. So they discovered this potion that keeps them young forever. But but their body was getting old still, so they would like fall apart and everything else. And Bruce Willis like played both of their love interests and stuff like that. And he was like, what was he, a painter or something? But he kept working on them and spray painting them and covering up every time.
He was a mortician, wasn't he?
There it was. He was a mortician.
Mm-hmm.
So they were dead, but then not dead. And so they was fighting and killing each other and breaking limbs. So they just couldn't die.
Throwing
so
each
their
other
bodies
down
was
the
all out of whack.
stairs.
Yeah. So, but they couldn't die, and they was looking all crazy after a while, like, and that's what Madonna looked like. So, whatever she was doing, it started wearing off. I guess when you get so much work done over the years, it's kind of like that foundation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about makeup foundation. I'm talking about just your skin, your bone structure can't take no more of that work. They can't hold on no more.
So we have a couple more, and then we're done. This is Shania Twain.
Okay, that's
cowgirl situation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, it got a discussion. Sierra Farrell.
That's
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Giving
it's giving the whole 60s, 70s again. No, you know what? That's Jenny from Forrest Gump vibes.
Yes. Jenny. All right. And then we conclude with Toby
and we go Fat.
There you go.
I know them. You can't live where I live and not know them.
Blessings.
Clearly. Yeah. Blessings. Now I respect his hustle and everything else, because they literally do everything themselves. And like a whole,
and so that's why he was up for a new artist Grammy, even though he's not new. Is because like, is he just now kind of breaking into the
right? Yeah, he's been around for some years, but like
that's what sounds like.
Now super grassroots. I met him before he was on so that was since I've been out here, so that was just in the last few years. You know, so he was known more locally, and then just his social media presence grew, and people started kind of being on his music and his style and everything else, and he has a whole movement now. So respect to Toby and Fat.
Respect to Toby and Fat. So that's that's what we got here.
Whew, that's 2023, huh? Like, what do you think your reaction would be if we go back to when we were young and knew all the artists and pop culture and stuff like that, and somebody was like, hey, you want to see pictures from the Grammys in 2023? And we saw that. I'm reacting to it now. Yeah,
we wouldn't believe it.
I think I've officially become my dad.
You unk. It's just what it is.
But no, I'm not as grumpy as my dad. Oh, look at
these kids today.
These so and so. I can't say everything he be saying. These old so and so. They don't know nothing. Looking out here, looking all stupid and whatnot.
Yeah. One thing I will say for this generation, and I won't even say this generation because clearly these were some older people, but maybe this time frame, they do not care. They are real, like, I'm gonna just be me and do me.
Yeah. Oh, Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I guess that's cool. Like, we didn't have the freedom that they have. We were. I think we were very much bound by the confines of our family name, our generation, what's appropriate and what's not. We were given very clear bounds of appropriateness, and if you step outside of that, it was you end up on the day. Like, artists today, they literally had congressional hearings over lyrics. Right. And now, and images and everything else. And then, first you had Madonna kissing what was that? Was it Britney Spears?
Lil' Kim or Diana Ross? Was that what they
No.
Oh,
Madonna,
it's a different situation.
When she was kissing.
I think it was Britney Spears.
Yeah. And was it Christina Aguilera too? I don't know. Anyway, they were performing together, and then she kissed him, and everybody was like, woo. And then it was old boy that was on American Idol, Adam. What was his last name? He was the gay dude.
I know you're talking about. I was only Only thing that was coming out of my mouth was Levine, and that's not who that is. So, but I
No,
do
no, not
know who
Adam.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Let me do
but
some
he
fact
did
checking.
that whole show that was like way out, and then he kissed his guitar player who was a guy, and everybody freaked out. Right. So yeah, it was
Is it
Christina Aguilera.
Lambert?
Yeah, there you go, Adam
Lambert?
Lambert. Boom. Yeah. Um, and then fast forward, now you got Lil Nas X, who yeah. Yeah, with the
Yeah. Well,
whole
that's why I felt like Sam Smith gave us one thing and then
mhm,
came out and gave us Lil Nas
right.
X
And I think like
in
people get
reverse.
on like Lil Nas X, he got on with the Old Town Road, and then all of a sudden it was I'm giving Satan a lap dance. All right.
But at
Like,
least he did it fast. He did it after one single, not like years and years. And you're like, well, what
right.
happened? Like, he was like, boom, I got your attention. Cool.
I got my money,
Did his thing. Did his
I guess
thing.
you can't say that when people. It reminds me of 50 Cent. I was watching some show he did, and they cut his music because he was over his time, and he didn't want to leave the stage because he wanted this new artist to perform, and he wouldn't leave the
Mm.
stage, and then the crowd started booing, and so 50 turned. He was like, "Wait, y'all booing?" He was like, "Nah, y'all should have booed me in 2003. It's too late. I'm already rich now." He was like, "Y'all too late."
Oh, 50 so cocky. 50
You
so.
know what? I was like turned off by 50 for a minute, but then like he's very calculated in what he does. He knows how to stay relevant. You know what I mean? And I don't think he gets enough credit for it. When you actually just listen to him talking like certain interviews, like he makes way more sense to me. So I got respect for 50.
I mean, I appreciate his business acumen.
She's like, but I don't like him.
Not that I don't like. Okay, so anybody anybody who knows me knows circa, 03, 04 in the white Mustang, it was gonna be get rich or die trying. Like I played that CD till I probably had to get a new one. So I have definitely been a fan. But yeah, the relevancy, just keeping up stuff and just being a I'm trying to be better too. Just
Just say it. Just say it.
a prick,
He
just like he is just. I'm like, dude, just chill out. All the stuff that's gone on social media, the whole stuff with his son. I'm like, oh my god, just you are too rich for that, in my opinion. Like, just go sit down somewhere, make your money, be happy. You don't have to be like that. But I guess he'd probably be like, who are you? How much money do you have? And
listen.
then there would be
One
that.
of my favorite video responses because I be clipping videos to respond to people in the comments, and I got a clip of Thanos saying, "I don't even know who you are." So when some random tries to come at me, you don't
I
get
love
that
it.
Thanos.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the big story of the evening though at the Grammys,
Mm-hmm.
um, the Queen Bee.
Queen Bee. Now we talked
Yeah.
about her last week. Her
Uh-huh.
concert tickets
Oh,
or concert announcement.
I'm
And
glad them
then
tickets
this
dropped
week,
already because
I'm glad the people that wanted them so badly seem to have gotten them. That's all
and by
I
the
got
people
to
you mean the person.
say. I'm just glad because it
Cause
would have
cause
been World War III, y'all.
listen, they've been getting aggressive. I'm like aggressive. I'm like, hey, you know what? So yeah, Beyonce tickets dropped, y'all. If you ain't get them, they probably gone by now, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
But no, she broke she made history by breaking the record of the most Grammys received by an artist, and which is phenomenal. So
Yes.
black
Claps for
girl
Queen
magic, in the building. I'm not a member of the Beehive, but I definitely love and respect Beyonce. She's one of the greatest of our time. um I guess it's debatable who's the GOAT, when you start talking Mike and Janet. I think that's really the three, when like Mike, Janet.
and
I
Beyonce.
don't I don't I don't know if you'd have to go pretty young for somebody to not give it to Mike, because I've not seen somebody transcend
Yeah.
generations as much as, like, you got little kids dressing up and
Yeah.
dancing like Mike who
Yeah.
weren't even alive. Like, he's been
Yeah.
going since,
He's
was it
been gone.
2009? It was
Mm-hmm.
'09, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, closer to 15 years, and you got these little kids, like, and so all they have is
It's
YouTube,
amazing.
and right. That's it's
It's
super
amazing.
crazy. Um, and he did it without social media. His
And that's when you have to keep the crown on his head because I
yeah.
just,
You can't just share. It was just as
mm-mm.
strictly like, but it's the gift and the curse. So I think LeBron said something recently, like he wishes he can go out and do things like regular people, like go to Target or whatever, right? And you think about these super celebrities
It's
that literally,
overrated.
yeah, and you can't live regular life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
Like,
gonna tell all you rich people it's overrated. You good? You
and
good?
so
Get
y'all
deliveries
drop
to
this
your
in the
house.
comment. Drop this in the comments, and you cannot answer. Give me the money without the fame, right? Would
Mhm.
you rather be a normal person or be rich and famous? Like, I'm talking about famous to where
Yeah, you
you are
can't
too recognizable to go anywhere without security. You can't go do regular things. You can't go out for ice cream and sit. You can't
paparazzi.
go, yeah, you can't go on a date night. You can't go to the amusement park, by yourself or at all, because it'll shut. I heard Mike shut down the Laker game one time. Like, he had to leave because everybody was, you know. So drop it in the comments. What would you rather be? Rich and famous, or you?
Richard famous for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you put it like
because
that, I'm like, I'll stay a regular person.
yeah, nah,
There is no.
it's definitely, So but yeah, people, I heard, so the big thing, so there was celebration and there was also controversy at the
Controversy.
Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So while Beyonce was breaking records and have already, how many singles did she have? Um I don't know all the categories, so
What do you?
I didn't
Oh, how
watch
many
the
did she
Grammys.
win? How many
Yeah,
did
how
she
many Grammys
win
did she
that
win
night?
last night?
She won 3.
Okay, so she
She
won
won 3
three.
on Sunday for a total of 32,
Okay. And then
and
how many
tied with
did that?
Jay-Z for 88 nominations.
Okay.
Now, don't ask me about nobody else.
No, I'm just talking about, like, that household.
Right.
Y'all
You wake up
tied
this
with
morning
each
like,
other.
we tied now. But I still got the
Damn.
most wins.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I wouldn't mind me asking, but I can be noticed but safe enough to shop at Target and be champ. Nah, you can't go. They're gonna get you.
Yeah, it's
They're gonna
either
get you. They're
or.
gonna be like, hey, they go Jeff. They go Jeff, y'all. Yeah.
That has to
Uh,
be that has to be scary. Like it's one thing to think like annoying, but then like just imagine like throngs of
you have
people.
no, like, you have no privacy. Like, your every move, you have to be careful because somebody is trying to document it. Like, people know where you live. People have, these long lenses and drones trying to get a peek. Like, imagine if you accidentally left a window or curtain open trying to take a dump, and that's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Beyonce was in there trying to take a dump and somehow, some way, they photographed that, it's all right.
It
You
is
like,
over.
it's all over the place. So something as intimate as I'm trying to relieve myself, people, ooh, 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 ooh,
It's
um,
crazy.
yeah, it's super crazy. She can sneeze into a napkin with COVID, and somebody will try to
Yikes.
somebody will try to preserve that, and someone will buy it.
Okay.
Beyonce's COVID napkin. somebody would
Indeed.
somebody will buy that. I don't think I would want that. Like, I
Mm.
definitely, give me the fame money, the fame resources, but you know. And I've only been hood famous before.
Yeah, I'm cool with just being me. That's a little
Yeah,
old me. It's a little old me. So Beyonce won Grammy 32. She's up there. She's and Grammy 32 went to Cuff It,
of
and
course.
that was for
I don't even think I've heard
um
that whole song. I've only heard the challenge portion.
oh yeah. Well, I won't say same here. I think I have finally heard the song. She re-released it as a remix or some sort
Mhm.
of like sexy mix at this point.
Of
So
course she did.
yeah.
She probably got an album coming out tomorrow called Grammys. Like,
Could very well. Could very well.
no, it's called 32.
30. So Adele's 30,
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce at 32. So yeah, she won the Grammy and everyone's excited. But of course, we're waiting with bated breath. And when I say we, them, with bated breath on if she would win Album of the Year, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's the big one. Even though you all get Grammys, but that's the one. And so for I believe the fourth time, she has not won um, Album
Album.
of the Year. Now I'll say, and I'll probably get. I mean, you're not gonna drag me because I'll see you outside. But you can be mad at me if you like, right? I haven't heard Renaissance all the way through. Like what I heard did not make me want to listen to more. I am a fan of R&B Beyonce. I don't. I'll just leave it with that. So like my favorite Beyonce album is Four. I love Four from start to end. I even like Dangerously in Love and all of that, but some of this other stuff is a little too
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Maybe it's for the international audience.
It
So
might
was
be.
everything
I
on
mean,
the same
clearly she
vein?
knows what she's doing, but it was
Oh
a
yeah.
dance
Mm-hmm.
pop
Oh
electronica
yeah.
type situation,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is what she won the award for Cuff
Mm-hmm.
It. Um,
Okay.
and so yeah, it's a good gym record. It's definitely a good club record. If you like, I'm not clubbing, so
Mm-hmm.
just playing it around the house, I was like, no, that ain't. That's not
Right.
for
That's
me.
too much energy.
So
Where that?
does
Give
it
me that Anita
does
Baker.
right? Does that
Not singing
deserve
the national
album of the
anthem.
year
Mm-hmm.
just because she's your fave, or just because she is, one of the
Mm-hmm.
greatest or the greatest living entertainer? Does that automatically mean that she should win album of the year? Now, granted, the person that did win album of the year, I'm not sure he should have won it either. But I'm not in the recording academy. And one thing I don't know that people understand how the voting goes,
Yeah. Clearly the
right? So,
Academy votes, but I don't know what the criteria is.
right, well, everybody has a vote. Like if we're a part of the academy, we get to vote. But one of the things that um, there's consistent criticism around is that technically, I guess, for lack of saying it outright, um, this is like old white men that control this kind of
Mm-hmm.
situation or have the majority of the votes. Well,
Mm-hmm.
music is getting younger and younger and faster and all of these different things. Like, do they understand where music is trending, and should they not have more votes of diversity, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, that would be a true reflection of the way that these awards are going. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something that's going on in the industry, but
Mm-hmm.
also the people, the
Mm-hmm.
fans
Right,
are
but
mad.
for the same token, that's why we have all these other award shows for that same reason. So BET Awards, Source Awards,
Mm-hmm.
Hip Hop Awards, for those genres that don't necessarily get the same what's the word that I'm looking
Love,
for? Yeah,
recognition,
recognition
celebration. Mm-hmm.
from the Academy, because our music, wasn't considered music for the long time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start
Mm.
talking hip hop, that was
And we gonna talk hip hop. Can't
yeah.
leave them out.
Yeah, it was, so now it's like when you start recognizing these genres, and then you start looking at who was getting recognized for hip hop and stuff like that. where I think what Will Smith was the first one to get a Grammy for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then when you look, and that's it's not a knock on Will Smith, but you take the pristine, no cussing, you know what I'm saying, happy album, and that's the one that wins. And I'm not saying that he wasn't deserving because I first of all I love Parents Just Don't Understand. I was actually playing it a few days ago, but um, it's when you take a look into true Black culture and what goes on in our world and our communities. Yes, we have a lot of great stuff, but it ain't all, it ain't no crystal stair, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
um people don't want to look at the ugly side.
Yeah.
Um because the ugly side points back at them oftentimes. You see what I'm saying? And so
Oh, just I didn't know that. So that goes to show you, like, is he singing? I mean, not that Joe Brown doesn't have a
hey,
musical
look
ear.
here, look here, look here. Judge Joe Brown is probably banging some of this stuff that they listening to. He gonna have something brown in that cup.
Yes, he
Because the
definitely
clips
gives.
that I've seen of Judge Joe Brown off the stand when he got that King Kong in him,
Not King Kong.
you drunk off that King Cole. But yeah, I think a lot of people they're not moving with the times, right? And so if
Mm-hmm.
the younger generation were trying to get involved, what would it be? Or if they allowed them to get involved, what would it be? What would it look like?
Mm-hmm.
And so these institutions that have been standing for years and years and years that control these narratives, right? I mean, but everything ain't always about the people. We know what gets played on the radio is like who has the money to pay for it to be on there, payola and everything else. So we
Right.
know what's going on, and it's not always a true representation of what the people really like. And I think Beyonce definitely transcends race
Yep.
and generation. So I don't even think that we're fully aware of her reach if we're basing it on awards and recognitions.
Right. Right. And the Grammys, that's the bar for a lot of artists. Like Gerald Levert died before he got his Grammy, and if
Hmm.
you listen to interviews with his family, like that's what he was striving for. Like he wanted a Grammy, but he was definitely decorated amongst
Hmm.
us, and the
Right.
Soul Train Awards and the this and the that, and but that wasn't, I won't say
Hmm.
it wasn't good enough, but that wasn't all he aspired to. He wanted, you know, the pie in
Hmm.
the sky, if you will. And so I'm sure, Beyonce knows that she is, the baddest thing
Yeah.
walking on 2 feet. However, you know, I can't, for as many Grammys as they'll give me in one night and in total, this is the one that's elusive. And so just wondering, how she, maybe she doesn't care, maybe she feels like, hey, I'm still
I
Beyonce.
mean, yeah, and I was about to say that like there's not an award that you can create that's going to make her not Beyonce. The fact that we're talking about her not winning
Mm-hmm.
is proof positive of who and what she is. She is the culture. She is this generation.
Yeah.
And you will not be able to talk about music, pop music, R&B music, you know what I mean, without mentioning her all the way back to Destiny's Child. Like
All the way back.
Destiny's Child as a group alone, but without her going solo is noteworthy,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
True.
then she broke off, and then I think everybody was wondering what she would be like because it was like, oh, you heard Beyonce, and then she came out with, I think that first single was from Austin Powers,
Mm-hmm.
Work It Out. And then it was like everyone was gonna wonder what her single was like, her first solo single. And then all of a sudden it just started going and going and going, and then she became B.
Yeah.
And I think those type of things, that type of fame, when you transcend your name and you even become a syllable, right? Like she's not even Beyonce. It's when you say B, you know, everybody know who
Everybody
you talking
knows.
about. And remember, I talked about that when that in that workshop I did those years back when you were there. But even when we talk Jay, we don't even say Jay-Z no more. He's only 2 syllables, and we don't even say both of them. It's just
It's
Jay.
Jay with the
Or
30-minute verse at the end of the Grammys. So they performed God Did.
he did. God did.
Oh my Lord. I remember that it was long, but I don't think I remember it being that long. I was like, is he still going?
That's what I said when I first started. So I love Jay's bars, and typically I'll learn them, right? And so I'm listening, and I'm kind of learning as I go, and then I'm like, this ain't a 16. This ain't a 32. This is
no.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a chapter of a book.
They sent him the song, and then he was like, "I'm gonna just keep going and send it to him." And they were like, "You forget that Wayne and Rick are on the song." And they had great verses. Like both of them had great verses.
But then when put me on there with him, but also put me on there with him.
And they had to go first. They did not. There's no way they put their verse on that song, and Jay recorded his first. There's no way. I wouldn't have done it. I'm like, you want me to? Huh? Like, nah. I'm cool. Like, just let him have a song. God did.
Yeah.
So
God did. God did.
Y'all see what I did there?
Finale. I saw what you did there. That was the finale. But before that, another noteworthy performance was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And so we saw the progression of hip hop from, Master Flash and the Furious Five and Sugar Hill Gang, all the way through these TikTokers that I couldn't name if I tried. So that was the joke amongst, Gen X, Zennials, and I guess the very top of the millennials is like, we was rocking, and then we got to a certain point, and it was like, who's that? So I had to ask who the person was when Lil Baby got it. I didn't know him from just seeing his face. But when I heard his name, I was like, oh, I know who that is. But from Lil Baby on, apparently Glorilla was there. I was like, oh, I just kind of learned her name, but I didn't know her just from seeing her. And then
that's the one with the real deep voice.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know about real deep, but yeah, it's.
You know who I like that's on the come up right now on social media? Have you heard of Lady London? Check her. I'm gonna send you some stuff by her. Check her out. She got bars. A little cute little thing, but bars and not a little gimmicky mumble rap type. She's a legit MC. Yeah. So
definitely, that was good. But of course, and they gave us the disclaimer at the beginning, like we couldn't include everybody. So from what I understand, Questlove curated like a 23, 24-minute performance that they cut down to like 14. And then, so of course you would be missing people from that. And then, dealing with different schedules and so on and so forth, because most noticeably absent for me was Snoop. And somebody told me he was at the Pro Bowl. I was like, oh, okay. But I was like, how do you do a tribute to hip hop? And, from the West, there was no Snoop. We had Ice-T and we had Too Short. And I mean, shout out, but
technically, I mean, he the West, but I feel like there's the West and then there's the Bay.
Well, yes, but I still count them as.
No, they're
amongst
West Coast.
All the other people, I was like,
right, but the Bay Area never rep the West Coast. They always rep Bay Area.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying, for us,
no, I get it. Yeah,
it was East Coast, and then they dropped Nelly off in there, so they got the Midwest. Big Boy came out. Scarface.
Okay.
But it was no Miami, no Trick, no Luke, no Trina. So it was heavy New York, because that's how they get down.
Right. I mean, it'll be, you can't. Yeah, it's, I don't know. It makes me appreciate that song. Well, there's no Miami in there, but that song by High Tech. Damn, I forget the name of the song. I always forget the name of the song. It's on my playlist, but it's representing all the coasts.
Not yuck. She's from. Okay, well, I guess you don't. No, you don't like Glorilla. Sorry, sis. I thought I was doing something by knowing her name, but also you with us. So those of us on this side of the line, we probably don't appreciate her the way the
Yeah,
youngsters do.
yeah, I don't know. There's now shout out to there is an influx of female rappers that's coming up and doing their thing now. You know,
I like
I don't.
Lotto. Okay.
They're all the same.
And Baby Tate, they they all
Um,
everybody's popping their stuff. So if you like that kind of
and I don't. I don't.
yeah.
But if you like it, it's I'm not gonna knock somebody for liking it, but it's not
I
like
mean, we just don't have any female MCs. Like I go up every time I see Queen Latifah as a rapper and not as an actress. I'll be so
Listen, I
excited.
go back to my older sister used to always bump MC Light. Well, she used to bump Hammer too, but like MC like that Cha 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 album.
You can shot to
Cha
this
to this
Marcy bro.
Martin Garage. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far, and I do
Shout
get
out
better. My voice gets
to
wetter. Nobody
the
gets
women of
hurt.
Sigma
It's
Gamma
my
Rho
yeah.
Sorority Incorporated.
That was, and then but when she get to that line and you realize how old you are, she goes, "Do my thing with an '89 swing. The dopeness I
Yeah.
ride is guaranteed. The light to the hip hop maniac, the uptown brainiac, and full effect. MC Light is back." You say what? What you say?
I was only 8. But I
Listen.
do remember word for word because my cousins played it all the time. But
Well, I was only 11.
I was a wee babe.
Right, but still, I was like, oh, and then cappuccino. Why? Oh, why did I need cappuccino?
We
But
love
that
us
used to
some
go up.
MC Light. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
because we don't have that anymore,
Hmm.
it's just like, yeah,
It,
yeah.
yeah, we just gotta. It's a new day. It's a new time, and we gotta let the young folks have their era. Um, we had
Hmm.
ours, and I was sad to see it go, but thank God for streaming, so we can hear what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And Black
Well,
Out was like,
except the Death Row catalog because it's been removed from all streaming. So Snoop has apparently is gonna try to make his own streaming situation with Death Row Music, so he's removed it.
"Hey, listen, do what you do, Snoop. Do what you do."
To
But
do
I
what
think
you
I
do.
think that aids in getting old because before when it was just when we relied on radio play, you didn't have no choice but to listen to it.
Hmm.
But who listens to the radio anymore? You know what I mean? Um, yeah, you stream it. Somebody sends you a link, and you curate your musical experience according to your taste. So it's easy to not know who a lot of these folks are. Like you can play a lot of these new artists back to back, and I wouldn't be able to tell who was who. And not that I
Right.
don't respect them, but like baby, little baby, 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 little cousin, baby, like everybody's a
And they
baby or a
don't
little something.
they don't do things like artists used to have events where they were like signing their CDs or mall appearances, school, they
Mhm.
would go on school tours, all these different things that allows you to get to know the audience and put a face to the name. Now yeah, it's just like you could be
Mhm.
anybody.
Yeah.
You could be
So
anybody.
I mean, don't they have a digital art, a virtual artist out now?
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, it's an artist that's not even a real person that they record. I don't know how if it's somebody's real voice or they just have like the digital representation. But yeah, they got a virtual artist out there.
It's crazy.
So which is creative. Like, hey, do what you do. So much
Can they
for
get
appearances.
canceled? Or would the
Um,
voice get canceled if they said the wrong thing?
well, no, I think no, it would be the character because they don't know who the voice is. You can change your voice and just create a new character,
Hmm.
which is actually pretty genius. So you can actually never be canceled, to be honest. Just create another one. Like, no, he didn't say that it was his brother.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
So but yeah, y'all. So that's the Grammys in a nutshell. Um,
Yeah.
I think I just realized how old I am. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, no, to put a bow on everything, y'all. Like again, super huge congrats to Beyonce and the Beehive. Um, it's always good for the culture when we can see Black women achieve, because a win for them is a win for all of us. So definitely proud to see that happen, and I pray that she wins more and more, and just puts it out of reach for anybody else, so that history can last or whatever.
Mhm.
Shout out to the history of music, and just the lineage, and the appreciation, even if you don't listen to the new artists, which I don't largely, but still respect, because like I said, we had our era and our parents had their era, and um music evolves, and
Yeah.
who are we to say that it's not music? We may not like it, or be able to appreciate it, but somebody does, which is why, you know I can't guarantee that I won't scrunch my face up.
Mhm.
But it's
That
just,
part.
it is what it is. But that doesn't mean that I don't respect these cats hustle, and doing what they do. But shout out to 50 years of hip hop, um
Mhm.
changed the world. Hip hop changed the world, y'all, and it's still changing the world. You can't go anywhere without hip hop. Um and R&B,
Yep.
especially 90s R&B. You got people, still young people, was like, "Oh, I love 90s R&B." Like 90s R&B is stands alone and is the greatest decade of R&B, hands down. I don't care what anybody says.
Same.
So
I listen to
you
it pretty much
you
every
know,
day.
when you
Playlist.
have a genre of music that is synonymous with love, when somebody says, "I want to love like 90s R&B," that
Mhm.
what no era didn't no other era have you standing outside in the damn rain, dancing outside somebody's window.
Yes,
Talk
Lord.
about, you know
Body
what I'm saying?
rolls.
Listen, and 90s R&B wasn't nothing but clutching fists and opening palms, and then pointing
Clutching fists and opening balls. I love it. I love
like,
it.
"You come here, girl."
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So the era of
Yep.
the boy band, you know what
Good
I
old
mean?
begging. Even though y'all be on
Begging
sweat.
and dancing. You know what I'm saying? The decade of choreography, and
Definitely.
you better be on your steps. So, what are your final thoughts for the week?
I concur with everything that she said. I mean, the music situation is different for me, which is why I stay on streaming sites and playlists and just do
Hmm.
my own thing. I watched the Grammys and I was so confused. I was just like, I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know what's happening. Um, Side note, we didn't get a chance to salute the queen. There's so many queens, right? But the queen of hip hop soul, Mary J. Blige. At 52, my God, my God, she looked phenomenal. She sounded great, and I'm sad that she, didn't walk away with trophy. But when you're up against
Young
when you're up
people.
against Beyonce, that's already a
Oh
thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
those categories were stacked, and I didn't
Mhm.
remember the nominees being like 8 to 10 deep. Like, did they always do
Mhm.
that? I thought it was like
Yeah.
four or
No, that's
five.
the Academy.
Okay, well, they were stacked. So
Yeah.
she was nominated against, like I said, Adele, Beyonce, Lizzo, in many different categories. So, but she looked great. Her performance
She's
was
yeah,
great,
she's
and she
she's
need a
on
thigh high boot line because clearly, what the little onesie is to Beyonce, the thigh high
the
boot
thigh.
is
Yeah.
to
And you need a thigh to be able to
and
you
you
know,
need a thigh for a thigh high boot.
right.
You need
So
a thigh for a thigh high boot.
yeah. Well, shout out to Mary J, who's given
Yes.
us 30 years of greatness.
Mm,
Um, if not more. Shit, she been around for so long. Like, I don't
yeah.
R&B. I can't remember R&B without Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
And
She was
walking
like
walking down the
91,
hallway.
92.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing a real love beat on somebody's desk or wall. You know what I mean? So, you know. But y'all, thank y'all for rocking with us yet another week. We're gonna be back same time, same day, same time next week. Um, next week is
It's
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day. Yeah. So I'm
So
like, maybe nobody will want to come talk to us. I don't know. Are you
I
guys
think there's gonna
got
be a lot of
plans?
people at home. So we should have a if my timeline is any indicator of what it's
People
like,
gonna be at home. Okay.
people gonna be at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going nowhere. So y'all tune in for the Valentine's show. We're gonna have a great show for y'all next week as well. But in the meantime, in between time, this has been another episode of the Crossroads, and imparting always. Remember,
Be
be
free
free
to
to
be
be
you.
you. We
Y'all have
love
a good
y'all.
night.